Well, I think this answer will apply to all charitable organizations. Um, it is important for example, Rotary to exist because there are always people who need some help. And sometimes they don't have the way or the tools to find proper help. Uh, and Rotary can use their experience, their resources, for example, they're like also money, but of course, but also people, like connections, yeah, like network, and they can help people. For example, let's say there is someone who needs a very expensive operation, but somebody from Rotary says, guys, I'm a surgeon, I can do that, and then done. So it's important because some people just don't have the tools to find the help they need. I think it depends, I would say that service is the most important thing. So helping the others, because it does so much more. Also, service is a pretty general thing, right? Service means building peace among different cultures. Service means providing some medical help. Service means providing financial help. So I would say service is like the most important thing that Rotary does, apart from also connecting people, for example. That's also important. But service, yeah, definitely. Oh, that's a very broad question because it depends on their problem, right? Some people might need, for example, some financial help. Some people may need just what I said, like an operation or some tools. But also, we help people by educating them. I know there were many projects, especially in Africa, where in smaller villages, Rotarians educated people about starting their businesses so they can build, for example, small companies, small shops, and then build their communities. So the way you help changes based upon the problem that you have in hand. That's a very good question. Okay, so this is a very big topic nowadays. So first of all, we educate people about the environmentally friendly solutions, environmentally friendly things you can do, but also we support research. So we support scientists that, for example, want to find like a new way to give you electricity, or they want to find a new way to, for example, clean our oceans or seas. We also, for example, provide, and that's a pretty complicated thing, but there are these like buildings that clean water. Yeah. So dirty water comes in and clean water comes out. So very often Rotary provides additional equipment or builds, for example, wells so people can have a sustainable source of water. Again, it also very much depends on the location. Again, it also very much depends on the region. Now, for example, Rotary has been very active in supporting people or even countries that are dealing with the COVID pandemic. Very often, we act on a like this action reaction kind of way. So when something happens, especially when it's unexpected, we do that. The guy that invented Rotary was called Paul Harris, and the guy was from America. And the fun thing is, the first project they did was to build public toilets to make it more sanitary for people. As I mentioned, the organization is 116 years old. So if I still remember math from school, in 1905. So my first club is actually the club that I'm still in. And I'm actually a part of two, one for young adults and one for adults, because I'm like, a bit here and there. And both are based in Warsaw. So they are located in Evanston, in the United States. This is where we have like the main building, but also because Rotary is so big, we are divided into areas. And for example, for Europe, we have a special like headquarters, you might say, in Switzerland. I think that the idea was that the logo of Rotary is like a gear, right? So the thing that moves in the machine, right? Very often we kind of change, for example, that every year we have a different kind of like a president, like a boss of a club, and we have a new Rotary president every year. They have a new like motto, and yeah, it changes every year. Rotary is in 220 countries. So there are around 1,800 people in Rotary in Poland. That's a very good question. So it depends on the business, and it depends on the time, because as I mentioned before, very often we, for example, train them so that they can better manage their finances, or we help them with their advertising. Sometimes we support them financially. Sometimes we buy equipment, for example, for restaurants. For example, during the pandemic in Poland, where everything was closed, like every restaurant was closed and you had to order food, we promoted ordering takeaways because that's how they made money during this very difficult time. Yes, and the funny thing is, until 1990 something, we shared like a special area with Ukraine and Belarus. So we were together. It was Poland, Ukraine, and Belarus. We were like together in one area. And then once Rotary became more popular and there were more clubs in Poland and Ukraine and Belarus, we then separated, but we were together for quite a long time. Very good question. Yes, we do. So very often we partner with other charities, with other organizations, because, and again, this is why do people join organizations, right? To have more people on hand so that we can make bigger things. To let's say that there is an organization that has a really good project and we want to support them. So why creating like, competition when we can join forces? It's always more fun to work together. We do collect trash. That's a very good question. I cannot give you the exact answer because there are many big and small projects. Some people, for example, clean beaches. There was like a very famous project called #TrashTag, and it was about collecting trash from beaches. We collected, for example, trash from like the oceans. But also we just, sometimes meet with my friends and we clean a park in Warsaw because we just want to meet up. It's actually a really fun question because we used to have T-shirts that said, like, watch out, Rotarians at work, to wear during our projects. But later we decided that it's stupid and we crossed out at work. And now the T-shirt says, watch out, Rotarians having fun. Because the idea of helping is not, it is, sometimes it is very difficult, but I wouldn't really call it work. We don't do it professionally. This is not our job. This is service. This is what we want to do. So, and we also do projects that we're interested in. So I would say it's a lot of fun. And sometimes we are hardworking, but we are not at work. Wow, that's a big question. It actually depends from club to club because every club has like a little bit of their own like set of rules. However, it's not very difficult, to be honest. Basically, if you want to get engaged and to join a club, you have to like write an email or poke somebody on Facebook or on Instagram and say, hi, you do cool stuff. Can I go? And like, can I join your meeting? And then we say, sure, we meet on Thursdays at 6:30 in like city center. Then you come, then you say, hey, I like it. I feel comfortable. I want to carry on. And then bam, you're here. Theoretically, you have to be 12. But if you're interested, at a younger age, you can always just join and have fun. Oh, I joined 4 years ago. But I was like in the Rotary world for quite a long time because my dad, he has been in Rotary for the past 17 years. So, I've been like running around other people, so I knew about it. But 4 years ago, I decided that I also want to join. And here I am. Ooh, that's a big question. First of all, there are plans that every club has, and there are like the plans that the organization have. We are actually thinking about it because polio, this was our big goal, to eliminate polio, but we are almost there. So we have to find a new goal. And one of the options is to focus 100% on the environment because that's a big thing. However, people are still talking and are trying to agree what the next big thing is going to be. Very good question.